things to say why I think we are still struggling with this, or what is it that we can look at. The society aspect, the organizational aspect, and the personal aspect. As a society, it's about how we have been conditioned, how we have been brought up to look at women, the sort of jobs women can do, should do, how they should behave. I think these are few things we have been taught since we were a child. Women should not be playing sports. You should learn how to cook. You should know how to manage the house. You should study up to a certain grade, or you should opt for certain streams only. This might be a very heavy stream. This will not take your career, X, Y, Z areas. I remember when I wanted to pursue my MBA, my parents had a lot of conversations with extended family because I wanted to move out of my hometown, go to a better college. And then, it took me 2 months to convince the entire family, not my parents. My parents were convinced, but the entire family that it was the right move. So things like that do come into picture. Then secondly, your organization. I think those biases seep in from the society into the organization as well. The sort of roles we can give women, will she be able to take the load? She'll, things like, I was sharing with a friend yesterday that I came for this event, I spent since morning to evening, and he was like, why did you have to do that? You're in your 7th month of maternity, not the right time, you should not. And I was like, I enjoyed. This is what I want to do, this is my job, and I like doing it, so why not? But there are so many perceptions. So if I was in an organization, my manager would have already made that perception about me of reducing my workload or sort of, giving me better benefits. But was that for the better is a question we need to ask. So are we asking women what they want in the organization, or are we assuming that this is what they would want? Do we have role models in leadership? Again, that's one very key agenda. Do we have opportunities for women to grow in terms of learning, in terms of the roles that we have to offer? And what are the sort of practices we have that would encourage women to actually take up leadership roles? Lastly, the personal factors, and this is for all the women candidates here. We sometimes give too much. Sorry? So I'll just repeat the last part. Is the organizations should have mentors and certain role models that women can look up to. And we should also look into our practices that will help women grow, as well as learning opportunities for them to take up higher roles.
Recording in progress.
I'd like to say one thing on the personal factor, something that all women candidates should look into. We cannot put all the onus on organizations and societies to change. We need to bring the change ourselves. We have been brought up to know that everything needs to be done by us, but that's not true. We can delegate, we can create a support system. We should ask for help when required. I think another psychological tuning is that we don't ask for help, even if we need it, right? Simple things, manage your house better. If you are the sole person who is managing the house, you always have help for that. In office, don't, just stay silent. If you feel something's wrong, speak about it. If you have some suggestions, speak about it. It might take some time, but you'll get there.